The goal of this video is simple. Every 3D print that I create must destroy something. From throwing knives and daggers to hammers and swords and somehow a working bow that shoots real arrows, I'm going primal and smashing progressively more extreme stuff to test how far I can push 3D printing, and also things that definitely seem illegal. But while you're watching, all items shown are non-functional props. The stunts in this video are supervised and performed by trained professionals, and do not attempt this at home. See ya! The first thing I'm 3D printing today is definitely great at showing destruction, because it not only requires a real razor blade, but it's actually a tiny version of the most famous killing machine ever, the guillotine. You know, the thing that cuts people's heads off. Basically, you pull this string which is connected to the blade, and since I attached some rubber bands to pull the blade downwards, once you let go, it slices whatever's in its way. However, since we need to see how well it works, and also supply the video so we can test other ridiculous prints, I ran to my local grocery store and picked up a ton of fruits, cans, and classic targets, some easy and some later on that are very difficult to destroy. But for now, our first victim are these grapes. Simply place one under the guillotine and... Yes! 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 Look at it slicing! And since it's originally designed for human heads, I also picked up this cute Lego girl. And to answer your question on if this machine was worth it, it was! Next up is a similar kind of torture device. But once printed and very carefully put together, we have a bear trap that works using a rubber band to build tension. And for our first test to see if it works, I'm sacrificing my finger. Whoa! As you can see, this baby had no issue functioning, and to reset it, it only takes 2 seconds. Don't worry though, it doesn't actually hurt that bad, it just grips. Except for this one, which I supersized on purpose so that we could test it on a banana. Woo! Well, that was underwhelming. Now, before we make and test the next 3D prints, because there's gonna be splatters, explosions, and stuff flying everywhere, I wanted to be safe and bought a safety suit. Yo! Oh, I look so ridiculous. But nonetheless, the next 3D prints I made using yellow rubber and silver plastic, and once put together, it's called the Rage Hammer, which you can bang around however you want, and it's known for not breaking. I don't know if that's true. So to test it, I put down a tomato, and let's see how it handles. Bro, how soft is this thing? You have to swing over and over and over and over again just to squish a tomato. I mean, hey, it is called a Rage Hammer, and for how many times you gotta swing and how intense I'm hitting, at least it's fun. Now for the next definitely illegal prints, I'm gonna give you a 3-in-1 because they all fall under one common theme. Things you can throw. Like these, which are ninja stars that are genuinely sharp. Oh boy. Or these, which in Japan are called kunai, basically thin daggers that are meant to throw. And because this one is the last, the biggest, the largest, and absolutely illegal in the UK, I printed an M9 bayonet knife, which is not sharp at all, but it's serrated, heavy, pointy, and overall scary. Now, as for what I'm blowing up with these, I went on a Party City run and picked up balloons. Oh yeah, I also found a spinning wheel too. Let's give these a test and see which is the most dangerous. First up is ninja stars. Ooh, hey, not bad. What? The balloons fight back sometimes. Now for the kunai. You know, even though they look the coolest, bro, they are not heavy enough. And lastly, for the big knife, boom! It legit sounds like an explosion. Sick. However, before we move on from popping balloons, I have one final print that I'm eager to make, which funny enough requires me to snap on a laser sight and uses something we're all very familiar with. Nerf darts because I made a Nerf-themed blowgun. But it gets better because obviously these rubber darts won't hurt anything. I had to make them illegal. So I 3D printed pointed tips instead and replaced the tops of the ones I'm using. Do not try this at home. This looks so bad. Oh my gosh. Really, really cool, but so bad. However, let's blow up some balloons and literally blow them up. All right, we take one of these, put it in this hole, and blow. Wow, that flew fast. I low-key felt bad for my neighbors because of how loud the pops were, but this has to be the deadliest thing I've made so far. No joke. Let's see if we can hit a collide, yo. Yo, how to win a Nerf war. Not only did it destroy these balloons, but it shoots up to 150 feet too. Bro, what? Following up on dangerous projectiles, I also made a print-in-place slingshot using orange and white plastic. And when you pull back on the inserted nub, the plastic spirals back, creating tension so you can launch stuff. And in our case, we can shoot these metal balls. And on top of that, to get a little more creative, I also 3D printed a special target so I can practice my aim. Let's drop these balls and send it. Woo! Surprisingly, it launches pretty far, and if you'll notice, the target's made of different panels that show where you hit it. Both of these prints combined are such a dub. Okay, bro, while this one's not dangerous at all, it's definitely illegal to use. And I know you all have thought of this, but today, I 3D printed money. Yes! We can make dollar bills at home! Listen, I don't know why it looks so real, but from the signatures to our boy Benjamin, everything checks out. Dude, what is life? Not surprisingly, this is the easiest print in the video because it's the most straightforward. Spiked brass knuckles. You simply put this thick piece of plastic over your 4 fingers and the spikes puncture whatever you hit. Now, as for our victim, when I went to Party City, I also picked up a SpongeBob pinata, which now that I think about it, makes me feel kind of bad for bro. But either way, he must be put to the test. So I duct taped him to a tree so he wouldn't move. And are you ready, kids? What a good way to get your stress out. This looks like a crime scene. This one is also simple, and I call it brass knuckles with a knife. Yep. Essentially, if you have any Amazon packages to open, this is my new go-to box cutter. It's also good for slicing, stabbing, and whatever else you need it for. Yay! Ooh, I've seen these before in video games, but it's basically a mace with spikes that spins. I made one of them for myself, and it's called a Morning Star. It starts shrunken down, but if you grab the handle, it extends itself out, and honestly, it feels good in the hands. I'm not too sure how destructive it is though. Against a pineapple, I got no idea. This is either gonna explode immediately or work. All right, ready? It didn't break! Surprisingly, I was able to smack the pineapple at least 40 times full force. And we even penetrated, bro! However, sometimes all good things must come to an end. And obviously, the fruit won. Aw, man. Now this is when the 3D prints heat up a lot, because from this point on, they're the most destructive, cost the most, and the final one I can't even say the name of on YouTube. But I'm excited to say, the first among the final prints are shoe spikes. They look so real. Even though it's just a shiny plastic, the dozens of spikes are super dense and long. And since they do require shoes, I brought out my old Air Force Ones and stretchy straps to bring everything together. Nice. Holy moly, this looks so cursed. But it gets even better because while I get one of them on, I prepared a special target to smash. A watermelon. The toughest fruit. If we can somehow curb stomp through it, then I gotta hide this from the police. Oh, wait, that's sick. Bro, it split it in multiple ways. Some of the spikes even went into the melon. But to my surprise, I even got to smash it again. This works so well. Hey, gotta pay the editors somehow. And finish off the melon. I don't know what to say. I got to upgrade my forces and eat, bruh. Yo, this one's crazy. Because I just spent 40 hours printing, another hour assembling, and I'm putting together the most massive print in the entire video. The Crimson Shadow Sword. Yeah, it has a name. Totaling at 48 inches long, made out of a galaxy black and candy paint red, this thing is beautiful. But to keep it under the rules of the video, I'm super excited to see if I can do a real life fruit ninja. You know, like the mobile game, and slice bananas in midair. Let's go. Hey, as far as I can tell, mission accomplished. But I just felt like only slicing bananas was kind of lame, so I brought back a previous character for further experiments. Oh yeah, this is so disturbing. Just like I thought, this sword stabs real nice. Honestly, I'm happy. However, I bet none of you have seen this next print, because after buying and building with wheels, screws, rubber, pet G, and a special string from a legitimate archery shop, I present to you a working 3D printed bow that fires real arrows. Oh, nah! While it's a little smaller than an official bow, the drawback works even though it's pretty jiggly. And looks aside, I'm eager to know if it shoots. Hopefully it works. I don't even know, let's do it. Hey, one thing is for sure, this looks cool while you're using it. Oh, trust the process, boys. I'm not stopping till it works. So I ripped the Coke cans out, set up a pyramid, and I might have just wasted my time.
Yo, give me a break!
But we're not stopping. No matter how many floppy fires, just one of them has to hit.
Yeah, baby!
No AI, no faking, it really worked. Amen. But just in case that one didn't work, which surprisingly did, I also made something else that fires. That's the most illegal print you could possibly make. Oh boy, can't show that on camera. By the way, I'm just kidding. It's literally a prop from a video game.
Oh, nah. It's a toy blaster!